welcome back to my hunting channel. It's a little toasty out here today, and I wanted to bring you up some updates a little bit. Had a question the other day, and it involved the handle, because another guy got one as well as I do of these things. When it's collapsed, it's about this big, goes into the buttstock. It only extends about an inch out. It doesn't give you a whole lot. Imagine it could be loosened, but I doubt it. Anyway, it only extends out just an inch. So that is normal for these, as far as I can tell, because that's the way mine came to. It gives you just a little bit more leverage when you crank, and it helps out. What I'm doing today is I'm actually rebore sighting mine. Let me explain why. I put this to a chronograph, and it's shooting at 425 feet per second, okay? It's originally set up right now for 410. So 15 feet per second might make a little bit of a difference as we shoot. So I readjusted the scope to 425. I'm going to try to bore sight it here in a second and keep you in tune. But before I do that, some of the other lessons that we learned this week from when I was shooting with my good friend Bob, and 10 Point's taking good care of him, by the way. And Julie is, bless her heart, she is the sweetest person you could ever deal with on the phone. She's loyal to the company. The company is loyal, because I know she can't make a move without asking Randy, Mr. Woods. He's the, I guess the honcho, he's the chairman of that side of the house, or whatever his title. Anyway, he's an excellent guy also. He's the one that helped us out when we were up there, took personal time from his busy schedule to help us. And along with Brian, and he gave us a nice tour, like I said before. So, what's important here? Well, bolts. Okay, these are the EVOX center punch 16s. They have a lot of power going through them. I mean, a lot of power. I'm at 20 yards right now, the bore sighted in. So, when you get ready to shoot these things, every time you take it out of the target, check the field tips. They get loose, okay? Make sure they're tight. That's that little piece right there. I know you know what it is, but I'm going to show you anyway. Oh, I got a deer out there in the woods. I hope I don't miss. So, check your fletchings, your vanes. Make sure there's no cracks and tears. You know, I have one that's really bent up pretty bad, but it hasn't affected anything right now. Matter of fact, it even has a white, says right here, this side down. That makes sense. And what we learned this last time is you want to check your knucks. You want to make sure that that V is going to be seated on that string. And you don't want to make sure there's no cracks, so kind of, you know, squeeze it a little bit. Check it out before you shoot it. Because what you don't want is what happened over the weekend is we were bore sighting. It hit the top of the target, and it probably cracked one side or the other. We don't know what side it, because when it came out, it shattered, and the bolt only went 10 yards. But we learned from that point on that, hey, we need to check these things out every time we shoot them, you know, before I put them back in this great crossbow of mine. And I am shooting the 10 Point RS410, or should I call it a 425 now? Anyway, it was a mistake at the plant, and they knew about it, they caught it. Some got out, some didn't got out. It's beneficial to us, because now I'm shooting at 425 feet per second versus the 410, so it's beneficial. It's not going to hurt anything, and if you want to change it out, I'm sure 10 Point would help you out too. I'm not sure. I'm not going to quote that on that. Don't quote me on that, but I think you'd be happy if it was shooting 425. And like I said, my wife's going to come out here in an hour or so after she's done with hers and we get done with dinner. It's a little toasty right now, and we're going to shoot hers. I set her scope at 422. Once again, the chronograph, right through there, and it measured the same every time. So that's a good adjustment. Now we need to adjust the scope to the crossbow to the target. So hang in there and let's shoot a couple. Well, as you can see, I'm a little to the left and about 4 clicks down. I've been shooting right here, but since I adjusted the speed, now I got to go back here and adjust it again. I just wanted to get the first shot out of the way and know that I got to come over 2 and up 4 maybe. Okay, so let's check it out. All right. Adjusting this is not a problem. Just unscrew the caps. You probably lose them. I wouldn't lose them. Just keep an eye on where they are. So once you get this caps unscrewed, you have your windage, this is left and right, and your up and down, right? So I needed to come up. Came up 6 just to try it, okay? And I said I need to go to the right, which the arrow goes this way, is left. We need to go the other way. So I'm gonna put my caps back on just so I don't want to lose them. Okay, we're just gonna put them back on briefly just to hold them so in place. So, yes, my crank is in my handle, in my pocket. So let's go ahead and release it, go down. Sometimes this gets a little tight. Loosen that up right there, guys. You hear it click. Once again, it's in safe. Once it's in safe, you can crank it back up here, ladies and gentlemen. This is what I love about this crossbow. Man, it's quiet. The only thing noisy out here is me. And that's okay, because I'm talking to you. Probably not the best video capture of my mugshot, but that's okay. Once it's locked, back it off 2, and then 3 with a little handle. I usually go 4 sometimes, just to be. So to be honest, I'll clip this back in here now, and I'm gonna put this in my the buttstock, right? You gotta line it up. It's a little stiff to get in there. Grab the back of the handle, right, on the other side, and then pull it through with your palm up here in this area. You'll find that it goes in a lot easier. Why is that? Well, let me tell you. You're going through the woods, you don't want to lose your handle, right? I guess that's important. Remember safety, people? Keep your fingers out of the way of the front. Let it come down. I'd rather have my fingertip get swooshed a little bit by the vein versus the other way. Make sure you're seated. We already checked the arrow, so we're good there. And let's fire another shot. And this is probably where I'm going to end the video since I already made my adjustments here. Oh, by the way, you got to loosen up the bog, because when you tighten it down on these crossbows, it tends to tilt. So I use mine just as a rest. A little snugness. Just enough where I can tilt my own crossbow here. Okay, so before I go down there this time, I'm going to tighten it. I didn't tighten it last time and it fell out. So let's go check it out. Looks like the little bit of clicks that I didn't do enough. So I'm going to bring it over 6 more and up 6. And we're getting right on target. We're on the line right here, as you can see. And boy, she penetrated. But it came out. It didn't hurt anything. So I was here. Now I'm up here. So we're going to make another adjustment, shoot another one, maybe 2 on different targets and see what I got. Hold on. I can honestly say I think I'm very, very happy with the shots. Bullseye, bullseye. This one up here was my last shot. I kind of jerked it when a hummingbird decided to attack me. Don't know why. He just likes my red shirt. So, ladies and gentlemen, at 20 yards, I'm on target. That's all I need to worry about. As long as I'm where I'm going to hit, I'm going to get my deer or a turkey, depending on what I want to get. And the ease of this target, in and out. Once again, I check my tips, check my knocks as I come out, make sure there's nothing wrong with them. And that's all she wrote for boar sighting. So what I'm gonna do now is probably move back to 35 yards in the shot. No need to video all that and the boar sight on that one. But I want to thank you for staying tuned. If you got more questions, ask me, subscribe to me. If you like me, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, don't subscribe. I'm not worried about it. But I am happy to see other people out there asking questions, and I'm very happy to watch other videos showing me things like how to process a deer, using other crossbow techniques, building targets, things like that I like to do. I watch YouTube all the time. It's a great informational piece. My MeWe sites, Tennessee Deer Hunter, and Crossbows, they do not mind videos. Facebook, I'm in jail again for simple things. But either way, this is I'm going to leave you here for today. It's getting kind of hot. I got to eat my dinner, come back out and shoot some more. But I want to thank you for staying tuned, and hope to see you again. And hunting season is right around the corner here. Thank you.